Ever wondered how often mass stabbings occur outside the US? It's a question that might cross your mind, but the answer is more chilling than you can imagine. Mass stabbings, while not as common as other forms of violence, have left deep scars on societies across the globe. They are not confined to the boundaries of the United States, but have also devastated lives in many other countries, from the Far East to Europe. These acts of violence are often carried out in public places where people are going about their daily lives, unaware of the impending horror. In a matter of seconds, ordinary locations like schools, shopping districts, and train stations transform into scenes of unimaginable terror. The perpetrators of these heinous acts are often driven by a complex mix of personal grievances, psychological issues, and sometimes political ideologies. Their actions, however, are universally condemned as they shatter the peace and tranquility of societies, leaving behind a trail of grief and fear. In the aftermath of these incidents, communities are left grappling with questions that often have no easy answers. Why did it happen? Could it have been prevented? How can we ensure it doesn't happen again? The search for answers leads to introspection, reforms, and often a stronger resolve to prevent such incidents in the future. Despite the darkness of the subject, it's important to shed light on these incidents, to understand the depth of the problem, and to remember the victims. It's a grim reality we live in, where such acts of violence can occur with terrifying frequency. So today, we take a journey into this dark reality. We'll explore 5 shocking instances of mass stabbings that occurred outside the United States, each one a stark reminder of the havoc that a single individual can wreak on society. Stay with us as we delve into 5 shocking mass stabbing incidents that happened beyond American borders. Our first stop is Osaka, Japan in 2001, where a man named Mamoru Takuma shocked the world. In the peaceful city of Osaka, the morning of June 8, 2001, began like any other, but in the blink of an eye, it transformed into a nightmare. Mamoru Takuma, a 40-year-old man with a history of mental health issues, forced his way into Akita Elementary School, armed with a kitchen knife. In what seemed like an eternity, but was in reality only 15 minutes, Takuma unleashed a horrifying attack on the students. He moved from classroom to classroom, slashing indiscriminately. When the carnage ended, 8 children lay dead, their futures stolen from them far too soon. Another 13 were left injured, some fighting for their lives. The question on everyone's lips was, why? Why would anyone commit such a heinous act? Takuma's history of erratic behavior and mental instability provided some answers, but for the families of the victims, no explanation could ever justify the senseless loss of their loved ones. In the aftermath, Japan was left reeling. The country, known for its low crime rates, was forced to confront a brutal reality. The massacre led to a nationwide discussion on mental health, school security, and the need for stricter knife control laws. It was a wake-up call, a tragic reminder that violence can strike anywhere, anytime. The Osaka school massacre remains one of Japan's darkest days. Please take a moment to subscribe, follow, like, comment, and share our video so we can continue bringing you these important stories. Moving forward to 2008, we return to Japan, this time in Akihabara, Tokyo. A district known for its vibrant culture, tech shops, and anime enthusiasts, Akihabara was the setting for an unexpected and horrifying event on June 8th. On this fateful day, Tomohiro Kato, a 25-year-old factory worker, launched an attack that would forever scar the lively district. Kato drove a rented truck into a crowd of people, then exited the vehicle and began to randomly stab pedestrians. In the end, 7 people lost their lives and 10 others were severely injured. The question on everyone's mind was, why? Why would someone commit such a heinous act? Upon his arrest, Kato provided a chilling answer. He stated that he was tired of life, tired of living. Kato's feelings of isolation and his struggle with mental health issues were revealed through posts on an internet forum where he detailed his plans for the attack. The Akihabara massacre is a stark reminder of the impact mental health can have on an individual and a community. It underscores the importance of mental health awareness and intervention. As we remember the victims of this tragic event, we must also reflect on the importance of empathy, understanding, and the need for societal support. This chilling incident left a lasting imprint on Japanese society, leading to stricter regulations on weapon possession and a greater focus on mental health. The Akihabara massacre is a tragic reminder of the unpredictable nature of violence. Our next incident takes us to Kunming, China in 2014. On a seemingly ordinary day in March, the calm of the bustling Kunming railway station was shattered by a brutal and shocking act of violence. A group of attackers, armed with long-bladed knives, descended upon the unsuspecting crowd, turning the station into a scene of chaos and terror. The assailants, identified later as separatists from China's Xinjiang region, launched their assault with a chilling ruthlessness. They slashed indiscriminately at anyone in their path, their weapons cutting through the air in a horrifying dance of death. The attack was swift, brutal, and devastatingly effective. In the aftermath, the scale of the carnage was staggering. 29 innocent lives were extinguished that day, snuffed out in a matter of minutes. An additional 140 people were injured, their lives forever marked by the trauma of the event. But why did it happen? The answer lies in the complex and volatile issue of ethnic tensions in China's Xinjiang region. The attackers were Uyghurs, a Turkic ethnic group native to the region. They were part of a separatist movement that sought independence from China, a cause they believed justified their horrific actions. The Kunming attack was not just an act of violence, but a stark and brutal political statement. It was a message sent in blood and terror to the Chinese government and the world. The attackers used their knives not just to kill, but to carve a gruesome testament to their cause into the flesh of their victims. The Kunming attack was a horrific act of violence that shocked the world. It was a grim reminder of the depths of cruelty that can be reached when ideology and extremism are allowed to override human empathy and compassion. It was a tragedy that will forever be etched into the annals of history, a haunting echo of the darkness that can dwell in the human heart. We now travel to Hanau, Germany in 2020. A city known for its vibrant culture and picturesque landscapes was about to witness a heinous act that would shatter its tranquility. In the late evening of February 19th, an individual embarked on a shooting spree across 2 shisha bars in the city. The assailant, driven by far-right extremist beliefs and xenophobia, targeted people of immigrant backgrounds. The rampage lasted hours, resulting in 9 innocent lives lost, and several others severely injured. This dreadful incident was not just an attack on individuals, but on the values of diversity and unity that Hanau and Germany as a whole stand for. The repercussions echoed around the globe, triggering a wave of discussions on the pressing issue of right-wing extremism. The Hanau shootings remind us that no country is immune to such acts of violence. Our final stop is Reading, England, in 2020. On a seemingly ordinary day in June, the tranquility of Forbury Gardens was shattered by an act of violence that would leave the nation in shock. A lone assailant embarked on a rampage, stabbing several people who were enjoying the summer weather in the park. By the time the chaos had subsided, 3 individuals had tragically lost their lives, and 3 others were left seriously injured. The attacker was later identified as a Libyan refugee whose motives were believed to be rooted in political ideology. Despite the horrific nature of this event, it served as a stark reminder that the threat of such attacks is not confined to any one part of the world. The Reading stabbings marked a tragic day in England's history. Thank you for joining us on this journey through some of the most shocking mass stabbing incidents outside the US.